YouTube for iOS 26 changes, I guess. There's a lot of videos because everybody's different. Somebody might like the thing in the Messages app and just want to leave that. And somebody else might hate that and they'll tell you how to change it in Messages. Or somebody may like the new mail and another person may not like the new mail. So it's a hit and miss.
There we go. Here I am in all my glory. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. And I do a lot of stuff on YouTube. I Google and I YouTube. And I just thought, because we had our meetings tonight, that I would ask and
Yeah.
see what
Another
brilliant
thing
people come
is,
up with.
do you use any AI search engines?
Very rarely. I mean, the automatic ones, it's like when I'm saying, "Hey Siri, blah blah blah," and it'll say, "Well, do you want me to check in ChatGPT or you want me to check in on the web?" And half the time when I say on the web, it'll like disconnect. So I say yes.
Right. So
But other than that, no, I don't use any of those.
I use one called Perplexity. It's at perplexity.ai. And you could say on iOS 26, how do I turn off this feature? And it'll search the web for you, collate all the information, and it'll give you the answer. And the more you use it, the more accurate it gets because it'll know
Because
what
it's
you,
learning.
right. So it's learning from you.
Okay.
You,
Complexity.
you could ask it 5 questions a day without paying for it. To pay for it is 200 a year or 20 a month. It is so useful that I think it's worth paying for.
Okay. Thank you much.
Um, was that?
That gave me a good place to start and some homework to do.
And also, you could always email me if you have a question,
All right. Thank you much.
or put it in the boards.
All right, Kevin, thanks. Good. I keep on forgetting about the boards. I know they're there, but I keep on forgetting about them. All right, got it. Thank you.
I have a question
Shoot,
about,
Scott.
yeah, do you recommend any apps for cleaning up your Mac? I've heard of
No,
controversy over the years.
no,
Not at all.
not at all. And I know a lot of people love Clean My Mac.
Hmm.
Um, I ran into more problems with it than solutions.
Then there's Onyx.
Well, Onyx is not cleaning. What Onyx does is it's more of a preference stuff. It'll run cron scripts and things that run automatically on your Mac.
And
Is
it
there,
Um,
uh, it's set up for the version of the Mac OS you're using.
yeah, but when you say clean up, my guess is you're talking about like duplicate files, old files, and stuff like that.
old library files, and I know 5 or 10 years ago it was sort of controversial. People said you don't need that, don't use it. So I was kind of wondering if that was still true, and if it is there sort of a procedure or maybe a best practice to kind of go through and clean some of that stuff up manually?
Well, what I've done um, is I booted my Mac from an external drive. Okay. And then just viewing the data partition, not the whole drive, but just the data partition, I went into places like system slash extensions. And anything dated more than 5 years ago, I just deleted. It's not an easy task to do because when you go to extensions, it kind of wants to join the two drive partitions in one. So you don't know what you're allowed to delete and what you're not allowed to delete. Um, Again, you have to know what you're using, and a lot of your stuff that's taking up space in your libraries are hidden, so
Hmm.
you won't even know that they're there.
So perhaps every 5 or 10 years, when you feel like a big project, you can you get a new Mac and put everything on it, without transferring the whole pile of stuff in.
You could. I've always found it's easier just to move everything over,
Yeah,
unless you're troubleshooting a problem, then
yeah.
it goes into issues. but I've moved from one machine to another machine to another machine for years. Um, I do lots of times what I'll do is a clean install and then a migration over. So the system won't pull over any corrupt files or anything that'll interfere with the system, which is nice.
So you use like that migration app?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just checking. I'd like to get rid of all of the crud, but I don't want to do anything stupid. So
Yeah, the CRUD just sitting there only takes up a little bit of disk space. So, and the problem that I have with apps like Clean My Mac, which actually go in and will say, "Hey, this is from an app that you haven't used." Well, just because it's named differently doesn't mean it's not used by an app.
yeah.
Some of the online gurus prefer Clean My Mac X.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Ridge, as many times as I've used it, it has created more problems for me than solutions, especially if you start deleting photos in your iPhoto library. You'll end up with 1,000 thumbnails, but not and you'll lose all your originals.
If so many people recommend things, they either work for the company or they're getting a commission or they don't
Yeah,
know what they're talking about. So I wanted to stay away from that.
Hey,
yeah.
Kevin.
A lot of people like Clean My Mac, and for people that don't have a lot of crud on their Mac, it works great. But you sound like somebody who's been using your Mac for a while with a lot of apps and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And you could run into a lot of serious issues that way.
Okay. Do
Kevin.
you recommend anything that's sort of a dashboard that will kind of monitor your Mac and tell you what's going on with it, or some built-in things? Just like processes that are running away or
Well,
anything.
I like iStat menus. I use that a lot. I have an app that runs on my desktop to keep network information available at all times. Um, but I mean, I've ran top and stuff like that. Um, but that information is kind of useless these days.
Yeah.
You know.
So Top and iStat, those are Unix, right?
Well, no,
Commands.
top is Unix, but there's like they have Neo Top. There's a lot of other apps that you could download.
Hmm.
Um, and that'll give you a bigger picture, but they take up a lot of space on your desktop, and they don't really give you enough information unless you're trying to debug something. I know a lot of people use things like Little Snitch, which is a great app. It'll monitor all your apps and see all the incoming and outgoing to an app. But it takes up half your screen, and really, who cares? You
Okay.
know,
I do use Clean My Mac X, and I schedule for me to do that once a month. I really haven't had a problem with it. I think that perhaps um, Kevin's system is more complex than nearly everybody else's. I think also, Kevin, does Clean My Mac X have Space Lens, which tells you the biggest files you have on your
yeah,
disk and where they are? That might be part of what you're looking for, Scott, because it would tell you that you have these 12 big files. You look at them, well, that's nothing I ever use. I can just eliminate that and you clean stuff up.
I think I used an app like that years ago. I don't remember the name of it, but some of that stuff's got rolled into. I think the Mac might have things like hidden in there that will tell you what you could get rid of. I haven't looked recently.
Okay.
yeah. It's what they considered reclaimable
Thank you, Kevin.
space.
Hmm. To help you clean up like big files.
Yeah, but there's also an app called Grand Perspective, um, which is an interesting app because if you go to the App Store, you can download it for $3, or go to the developer site and download it for free. And what it does is does similar to what Bob was saying. It gives you a picture of your Mac and shows you the files, it'll show a directory and all the stuff inside of it, and it looks like a bubbles.
Yeah. Makes something that's tedious kind of fun or
Yeah,
visual at least. Yeah. Yeah, I had something like that. I don't remember what it was. Another one called Gemini, which was like a duplicate remover, which also you need to be careful. You need to use discernment for all of these because you could really hose yourself.
Gemini has been morphed into Clean My Macs. Same
Uh,
company.
mhm.
I would
Kevin?
like to ask
Thank you.
Samsung 149 to please change your name to your name.
Yes, sir. Sorry, my Wi-Fi's glitching.
Okay.
Hey, Chris, you had a
Yeah, so
question?
three thoughts here. First of all, the first thing I do, Scott, is check the free space on my boot drive. Make sure you've got 10% free. If you run Adobe apps, make it 20%. You will be happy because your drive will really hum. That's the quickest way to slow down a Mac, is fill up the boot drive.
Boot drive. Okay.
Second thing, I've used Onyx in the default position. Just don't change any settings, just run it as is. And it cleaned up a lot of the stuff you're talking about, and it did fine. Now, when I started venturing into the advanced settings, like Kevin said, I got myself in trouble because I was trying to re-index my mail and it screwed up, and I ended up having to do it completely by scratch, and it took 3 days. So don't
Oh,
recommend that. The third thing is I use the
Excuse me. Is
Answer
this
your
the January TMU?
Well,
I
I think we just
use
lost
the
Matthew's iPhone, which is okay.
I use the
Mr.
activity
Bob,
monitor.
I'm sorry to interrupt. How do I change my name? I'm
Are
Samsung
you
149. I'm Samsung 149. I'm not sure how to change my name.
are you using? I take it you're not on a Mac.
No, no, no. I'm on my Samsung.
Okay. What's your name? I can change it.
James Williams.
James Williams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob.
I'll take care of it.
I
Okay,
like your
and
background, by the way, Bob.
Thank you.
And James, you can open up the Zoom later on after the meeting, open up the Zoom app and then go into the settings under the Zoom app and you can change your background and your name and all sorts of things in the Zoom app itself.
Thank you, Lori/ally.
Um,
okay, so Scott, two more things. I use
mhm.
the activity monitor to monitor processes, and you can usually quit or force quit from there if you need to. You may need to restart anyway, but at least if you got a process that's going crazy. The third thing is I use an app called Storage Analyzer to analyze the space on the drive. There are others out there that may be better. I don't know if anybody else has an idea. Kevin, what do you use to?
I have so much storage, I don't worry about it.
Okay, figures. Uh, but yeah, to find the big files, like I was downloading some classroom files from U of A, and I woke up one day and I had like 20 gigs left in my hard drive. I was freaking out, and I ran that and said, well, of course, I had 150 gigs of these. Each one of these videos was like 75 gigabytes. So yeah, that took care of it.
Yeah, I throw that stuff on a NAS, and so I don't worry about it, so I don't have to keep it on my machines.
Yeah,
What Mac do you have, Scott?
I have
oh,
a
sorry.
MacBook Pro.
Kevin sent
M,
something very
M,
inappropriate in the chat.
I have a MacBook Pro M1,
Okay.
Quick
which
question.
seems to be okay now, but I'll need an upgrade maybe in a year or two.
Quick question.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Kevin Bonnet
Um,
sent something very inappropriate in the chat.
Yeah,
we need to lose James Williams.
let's get rid of James.
um, what's happening? Sorry, I was just trying to ask a question. Excuse me.
I took care of it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what's your question?
You guys recommend like a hard drive or like a SIM card? Does that make sense? Like for like you guys are talking on the storage, what is a easier access? Putting everything into a file and making, say, a SIM bigger, like 250 gigs, or would a just hard drive be a better and more efficient way?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
I'm just curious about which one would you recommend is easier for organization purposes?
Yeah, but what do you mean by a SIM card?
No, not a SIM card. I'm brain fart. I'm so sorry. Like a file, online file, or would you recommend more of a flash drive?
I try not to keep that much stuff online, so I think you're
So-
better off using flash drives or hard drives.
Okay. Okay. And you,
Matthew,
yes,
what's your name
Matthew
and what's your last name?
Smith.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Sam here. Bob, would you like my last name too?
I would, Sam.
Sam
Bob.
Johnson.
Bob, me too. I'm Zach.
Okay,
The Swan.
yeah.
Zach
Zach,
Schneider.
if you're on a Mac, you can change your own name to your full name.
Oh, I can?
Yeah. It's,
Okay. Let me just do that real quick. I'm sorry. I think these are bots. My last name was Zach Shamir. What the heck is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Is somebody hacking this meeting?
Lee,
I
you
think
freaky
so,
boy.
Miss Lori. We should crack them.
Just, it's like, seriously. And I'm gonna, and I'm older. My hair is as white as Kevin's and Bob's and everything, but I dye it. But the thing is, seriously, look at the
Are you
average
sure?
age of the people in the windows, and then we're getting all of these blue and off-color remarks. Seriously? I mean, give me a break.
I'm with you, Lori.
We're being invaded.
they won't be tolerated. We
Bob's
have
invading my buddy.
Roger acting as our sergeant at arms, who will get everybody out who is trying to invade our space here.
Bob, I'd let you invade me. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello,
That
guys.
was
Xander
very
joining.
Bob was just talking about how he's gonna invade us.
It's Bob.
Xander, would you change your name to your whole name, please?
And Bob said he was gonna lay that wood on us.
Who is Xander?
Yes, sir, I will.
Matthew Smith. I've never seen you in one of these meetings before.
What is that?
Can we figure out whose machine it's coming from so we know who's been hacked?
Machines.
I think it's Lee.
No, it's not me.
Sorry, Lee.
Definitely not me.
Is it
Look,
me? I just joined.
It might be Kurt.
I just joined. The thing I had to leave early for got canceled, but then I had a call come in that I had to attend to, so I'm joined late. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
hear you,
Yes,
Rhea.
I can hear you, Raya.
yes.
Yeah.
We hear you, sir. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I spaced out on this. So
I
is
have a
everything?
question. I'm
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead, Lee.
Yeah, I have a question. I'm still using Mac Updater. My understanding is it's no longer supported.
Yeah, Russell dropped support for it as of the first, but it still works.
Yeah,
He
I have a quick,
was He's just not going to verify updates.
Okay. I have a question regarding it. Well, several. First of all, I'm getting notifications here that I should update OneDrive, Dropbox,
Leave,
and
please mute.
Box Tools custom apps. It's a manual update, so when I hit it, uh, it will bring up my uh, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I'm sorry, I lost a word here. Finder. It'll bring up my Finder window, and I have perfect access to them. If I go to the websites, there's no place to download
Right.
an update.
Thank you.
So
Why is
apps
that?
Matthew Smith.
apps like OneDrive and Dropbox will automatically
Please
update
mute.
in the background. So what you
So I
want to
should,
do is right click on them in the drop down from Mac Updater and just say
right,
ignore this app.
okay. A couple more questions. I've got I also have Snagit on here, and I've had other apps periodically where I know that, well, Snagit is recommending an update for 4.31.1, and no, I'm sorry, 3.3.7, and they've changed the way they name them. It's 2026 point whatever. And so I don't know why that's coming up. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. So what's happening is his database now will just look at numbers, version numbers.
Uh-huh.
And if a version number is higher, it'll
Uh-huh.
just list it there. He used to have a team that used to go through those all the time and say,
Right.
yeah, this is legit, this is not legit. Um, like Firefox used to be able to just do an update within Mac Updater. Now it
Mhm.
just tells you to launch the app and do the update that way.
Would you recommend uninstalling the Mac Updater now?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm still running it on my machines. And until I start getting too many errors on it.
Okay, then I have another
Good
question.
observation, ma'am. Thank you.
Nigger.
Oh God, what is that?
Xander
He's
Green.
he's gone.
Uh, I'm also getting notification for AdGuard Mini 2.0.4, and it says, and I try to update it, and it says there is a minor update which is hidden due to your settings. I have no idea where to
Okay.
look.
AdGuard Mini used to be called AdGuard for Safari.
That's what I was looking for.
So what you do is just go to the App Store, just type in AdGuard for Safari.
No, you don't.
And run the updater from in there.
Okay, that solves that problem. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, one last question. I'm sorry. Is Macstock 9, are there any recordings available yet?
Yes, there are.
How do I get to them?
Have you did you go to Macstock 9 in person?
I have bought a digital digital
Okay.
ticket.
Well, if you got a digital pass, you should be able to use that to get to them. You'll
Okay.
need to sign in. I've
Okay.
watched a couple of them.
Yeah.
You just go to, Macstock Conference and Expo.com and sign in or click on digital pass. You should be able to see them all.
All right. What is the URL on that?
Macstock Conference and Expo, or just search for the word Macstock.
Okay. And Expo. Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
One other thing, Lee, on
Yeah.
AdGuard Mini, when they changed it
Yes.
from AdGuard Safari to AdGuard Mini, it's
Yes.
now a partially paid app.
Oh, okay.
So you get the basics for free, but if you want like better filtering, you have to pay for it now.
Okay.
What I would recommend doing is going over to stacksocial.com if you want to buy it and buy a plan from there. When I got it, they were throwing a promotion over there. But instead of $80 right now, it's $30.
Oh,
And plus when I got it, it was even a 50% off from that. those $15 instead of the $80.
So that's at stacksocial.com?
Yeah.
STACKSOCIAL.
Yeah.
Okay,
And when you first go there, you can get a coupon for like 10 or 15% off if you've never used it before.
great.
So
That's great. That's wonderful. Thank you.
I have a
Appreciate
quick
it.
question as well.
go ahead.
Is so my children just left the house for college. I'm basically stuck here with my MacBook. Is there an I know AI, is there an app that I could use to help me organize all of these what are these things called that are just on the front of my homepage of my MacBook, like pictures, like documents? Or is there like a app that it organizes it for me?
I don't know of any offhand. Roger, do you?
No, I don't. But I would recommend. Are you using what operating system do you have on your Mac?
I have a what sorry, I'm not operating system. What is that? I mean, it's Apple.
Okay. Well, one thing is that you should keep a very little on your desktop because it will slow down your Mac.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went to what's it called, the Genius Bar of Apple the other day, and they said that there is something wrong with it, and I need to get it fixed. But I knew there was something up, and I thought they were just doing something to me, if that makes sense.
Do you have a time machine backup?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'd make sure that your time machines are backups are current if you're having problems.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Roger.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question about iPhone. I just started getting a whole bunch of spam from somebody. They must have just got my number recently, and my iPhone is set up so that it reports it as spam. Is there a way to block it so it can't even come in?
You could set up some. It really depends on what's happening. So if there's a pattern that you see, like an email address at
Yes.
iCloud.com, you could set up a rule that'll throw those things into the trash instantly. But you have to be careful on setting those up. I don't know of any app on the iPhone that filters spam.
Okay.
Are those text messages or emails?
No, it's I don't know. I didn't open them up, but it's a bunch of them came from Nogales, but that my phone says possibly spam, and so I don't open them up. I just get rid of them, close them out. I don't answer them at all.
Have you tried right clicking on it and see if there's an option there to block them?
No.
Thomas, are you talking about a phone call that says it's potential spam?
He's
in the phone call
describing
list?
phone calls because
Yeah,
the
it's an
ID.
incoming phone call. There's a
Yeah.
number, there's a
Does your phone ring when they come in or not?
yeah, I have a sound. But it tells me that something's coming in.
You can
Okay,
filter that
'cause
on
there is
settings.
There's
I
a
think.
setting that you can set,
Yes,
and
yes.
they'll tell you what it is. I'd have to look at my phone, where you can have it if it's potential spam or if it's not in your phone book for people that you know, like your spouse or a partner or children or whatever. Like I've set my phone up so that it won't ring. If it's not in my phone book, it won't ring, but it'll show me that something came in. So there's no ring, it'll show me, and then some of them will say potential spam and some of them won't. But I don't, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't interrupt me anymore by ringing because I don't know who these people are. So,
Yeah.
and then I just delete it. So you might want to
This
try
has just
turn
happened
that on.
recently, and the guy whoever got my number, he's banging me about 5, 6 times a day.
Well, if it's the same number,
Banging.
what you could do is
Banging.
save it as a contact, or just in your recents,
Block
click
it.
the I that is next to the name, scroll down to the bottom and say block contact, and that'll block that number from calling you.
Okay.
And also, there's another app that you can get since it's. I was thinking emails when you were saying spam. There's an app called Hiya, Hiya, that you can get for the iPhone that keeps a fairly current database of spammers. So it'll block a lot of the spam calls that come in. It'll just put them right to voicemail.
Okay.
Tom, are you running iOS 26?
I think so.
Because call screening is a major feature there. I use it, normally I have it on to screen all my spam calls and I don't even see them.
And do you have to turn that on?
It's in the phone app. It's multiple steps. I can put something in the chat. Trying to think of what I have that would show that.
While you're doing that, Chris, does I have the iPhone 8, I think it is. Does that, I think it only goes up to iOS 20 something, not 26 or 16, whatever it was. Does mine possibly do that if it's an iPhone 8?
Well, I don't know. I don't go that far back anymore.
iPhone 8, I think, is only like iOS 17.
So is
Yeah,
it, you,
this
Kevin?
is only for 26.
So is it
Yeah,
probably a good idea to invest in a new phone, or how would you recommend going about that? Because I still have the button.
well, everybody's different. Like I have a good friend of mine. He will not get a new phone unless it has a button on it. So,
Yes, I love that.
and he loves the feature. So in that case, as long as Apple supports it,
I feel like
um,
buttons are for older people though.
yeah, if it works for you, then keep the phone. There is a setting to block unknown callers in your system settings, though, on the older phones, even.
Older phones. Do you mind? How do I
You,
go about that? Is
you
there
go
a
into your settings,
okay
then I'm not sure in the iOS version that you have, but you'd have to go to your phone
phone? Okay.
settings, and then there'll be an option to turn on block unknown callers.
It says unannounced unknown callers. Is that
Okay, what unannounced unknown callers, what that does is it'll send it to voicemail directly.
send it to voicemail directly? Okay, so it will not give me a notification, correct?
Right. It shouldn't. It should not ring
Okay,
in that
perfect. Thank you,
case.
Kevin. Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions?
I do.
Hey, Raya, go
I
ahead.
do.
Oh,
So
well,
with the iPhone 15, um, does it come with that same setting?
Yes, it'll
Okay.
be block unknown callers in the iPhone 15.
Okay, thanks.
Go ahead, Raya.
um, years ago, when my only laptop was the one I got in 2014, I bought on eBay a type of video capture software called Elgato, so I could copy videotapes, through the USB port into MP4s, and it seemed to be working pretty well. But it's kind of old now, so I'm wondering if you can recommend a good video capture device and software that would be compatible with, say, my newer systems, which are still not very new. Like I've got Catalina on my 2018 laptop. And I'm very grateful to Gary for sending me that Mac Mini. I still have to set it up, but I'm sure I'll get a lot of use out of it.
Yeah, I remember the old Elgato stuff where you could get capture TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Elgato doesn't sell that stuff anymore.
Okay.
Actually, I'm at their website. They do have some capture stuff.
Okay.
Camera capture.
Well, is there another company or another brand name that's video capture
No,
device?
Elgato still has something for video capture. Transfer video to your Mac or PC from a VCR or DVR camcorder.
Oh, okay.
And
Are
it's
they
not
the
that
ones you would,
expensive. It's only $90.
is that the one you would recommend?
I don't know of anybody that does stuff like that other than Elgato, but
Oh,
you could always go on Amazon and do a
okay.
search for that. They may sell a Japanese knockoff that
Okay.
does just about the same.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
A question for Bill. It's a little off topic, but Bill, where'd you get that vest? I really like that vest.
I don't think he cares, Mr. Matthew Smith.
Excuse me.
It's his face.
No, Bill Quincy. I know. Sorry, it's a little off topic, but I really like that vest. The black vest. Where did you get that? Do you know the brand?
I got it at Goodwill. I have no idea what the brand is.
I love Goodwill. I'll tell you that. Sorry, just had to ask.
Quick question. I turn off the drive. What's the let me see if I can.
Roger, it's 6:55. Just to let you know.
I turned off the iCloud drive. I was trying to use the computer without the drive, and it moved all my. The left panel got moved. The location, so the folders are in different areas. How do I set it up the way the computer, when you upgrade and it gets set up? Is there a way to bring it back to the?
Yeah, in your Finder, go
Yeah,
to the Finder preferences or the Finder settings under the Finder menu.
yeah,
Then go to where it says sidebar.
sidebar. Yeah,
And in there, you could select what you want. And then once
okay,
you have it in there, you can move things around the way you want it.
okay. So I need to go to the Finder.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, we're going to take a very short break, about 4 minutes, and come back for the general meeting at 7:00.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Okay, bye, Daddy.
I'll say goodbye.